Hey everybody, it's Bill Slocum from NC State University. Continuing on here with my Introduction to National Park Service ArcGIS Online for Organizations series, and this short little video is help documentation and unlimited, well to a point, e-learning or training. Esri likes to change up the way they talk about this, but we'll use the word training for this purposes here, because that's what you're going to see in the interface. Alright, neither the National Park Service nor NC State University endorses or recommends any commercial products, processes, or services. This material may not be used for advertising or product endorsement purposes. This material is intended for educational purposes only. Neither the U.S. government nor NC State University warrants or assumes any legal liability or responsibility for the accuracy, completeness, or usefulness of any information, apparatus, product, or process disclosed. Whew, that's a lot. So, let's get on to the good stuff. The resources you need to become a true WebGIS practitioner and take advantage of all the resources that are available to you through the National Park Service ELA with Esri. A lot of words and letters in there. Okay, the two best ways that I can recommend that you get some assistance besides talking to your peers and colleagues is to use the ArcGIS online help. This documentation is very good, and I know a lot of people, including myself, refer to it daily. Search around. You have a problem, look around. It can get very verbose, but it is very well, the software is very, very well documented. Okay? In there, you can actually find tutorials in that online help to help you walk through processes that you've seen me demonstrate in the short little training tutorials. Also, with this online e-learning or training that Esri has, you can take courses for free. There are some you can also pay for if you have that in your budget. But these videos are very good. They're typically longer than 10 to 12 minutes, so be cognizant of that when you start to look at them. But the main thing is you can come back to those courses if you don't finish them in the first sitting, okay? Or you can revisit those a little bit later. So how do I get to those resources? Well, the best thing to do is to log into nps.maps.arcgis.com. So I've done that here. And how do I find some help? Well, if you notice right up in here where you're signed in, you have a help button. I'm just going to click it. It's going to open that new tab. And look at this right here. Everything you need for ArcGIS Online Help is created for you. Now you can see that they've got to create a map. Their video is 20 minutes long. If you have that time, great. Take the time to look at it. Creating an app, that's another 20-minute video. You know, start this exercise. Let's just look at the get started. Well, that's what we had right down here. But here you can see that there's a lot of documentation that you have available to you. Feel free to read through that. Let's go back to this home. Okay, you've got to create a map. Let's just click on that. And here you can see that there's a quick exercise that you can walk through, and it's how to create a map. I'm just going to scroll down here, and you'll notice that they have ways to actually work through this exercise, downloading a copy of the data and actually using the data on your screen. So it's really a step-by-step tutorial, or walkthrough as some people may call it, on how to create a map, and in this case share the map, and what are some next steps. So a lot of stuff that you can do in here. It's a lot of reading through this ArcGIS Online Help, but then again, that's how you learn and remember a lot of things. Okay, so that's the help. You can also search the help if you want. Type in some keywords, see what comes up. A lot of times you just have to pick through this documentation and find out what is really beneficial to you. Okay, let's go back to my interface for ArcGIS Online. I'm at my content here, and back up to where my name is. I'm going to click down, and you'll see here that there is a training exercise, or a training tab. I want you to click on that. Since you're already signed in through ArcGIS Online, your interface is going to flash and flicker a little bit, but you'll see here that you're automatically logged in. If not, it's the same way of accessing this through your PIV card. Okay? You can go to esri.com/training. Now this is nice. You can see here that they have some instructor-led courses. I have taken some of these courses and they are very, very good. They can get expensive, but they are well worth it if you have the time and the resources. Otherwise, you can see down here there's a lot of free stuff. Look, getting started with Map Viewer, okay? This session, you'll get to spend some time on the island of Hawaii, well, virtually, right? And get acquainted with everything. So it is a free course that you can take. You can look at the details here. They're saying it's going to take about an hour and 30 minutes. And then you can just launch this tutorial and go through it. Again, a wealth of resources available to you. So take some time to look through it, get familiar with it, and use it the best you can. Again, there's another help button right here. Let's just hit that and see what happens. You get to some common questions. That's great. Again, you can search, you can enter keywords here, you can filter by categories if that's what you would like to do. Okay? That's the best way to find some help with ArcGIS Online. They're the easiest things you can do without creating additional accounts that Esri may have for you. Now, you can also look at the Community and Forums tab here. Now, I'm already signed in, so it's passing my credentials, but it goes to the GeoNet community, and that is Esri's online community where you can ask questions. You can type in, how do I do something, or where is this control, or why am I not getting the experience that I would expect when I create a feature service. You know, that kind of thing. When you're asking questions, be very precise. Don't leave it an open-ended question. You'll get a lot more responses if your question is very, very targeted. So this is another great resource. It's an online resource for you, just like the online help. Okay, let's just recap real quick. Get back to the slide here. Can't find my button. There we go. So you've got ArcGIS Online Help. You've also got the GeoNet Online Help. It's a community forum that you can have access to. And don't forget about this online e-learning, or in the way that they're calling it now, training. It all depends on which person you listen to from Esri. Okay, that's it. Again, this is a great resource for you to learn how to use this software, create and share your maps and apps with folks in your park, maybe your superintendent or your law enforcement personnel or inventory monitoring group. All right, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.